Alright, morning everybody. Hope we're all fit and well. Nobody's ill, injured, anything else to worry about. So we'll set ourselves up as usual, standing nice and tall, drawing that tummy in, feet set under our hips, arms down at our sides, and waking our senses up with our little balance movement. So take that weight forwards to the toes and back till just before you think you're going to fall, and just gently move that forwards and back. Just waking up those senses. And don't forget, if you do think you're going to fall, just take a little step and catch yourself. That's it. Although if you do have your camera on, it would be quite funny, but we don't want any injuries. That's it, couple more. Just wakes those senses up. Last one. And then find that spot where you're nicely balanced, got that weight over your hips, and we're just going to loosen up the lower back, setting that pelvis, finding that neutral spine, so we're just tilting that pelvis under, and then putting the arch just in the small of the back. So again, just sets the body up, gets us ready to move. You might find it more comfortable just to soften the knees a little bit, just helps set that neutral spine. That's it. A few more. Just puts our body in the right position, loosens everything up, ready to work. That's it. Couple more. Last one. And now we should be centered. You should be nicely balanced, and we can get those feet moving. Pedaling those feet. Press that ball of the foot down into the ground. You let your arms join in that walking movement. That's it. Those arms just slowly pick up. We're bringing them up towards shoulder height. So increase that range of movement. We've got one pushing back as the other one comes up to our shoulders. Starting to stretch. Reaching with those arms, and we're going to take them higher. So bringing them all the way up. Really reach now, pushing both arms back. Really opening up that chest and shoulders. That's it, gets us going on a morning after everything tightens up overnight. Good, couple more. And bringing that down, excellent. Just make sure we still sit nicely with those feet under our hips. Take our hands up above our head, and just to one side, then over the other. That's it. Just gentle reach, keeping the body nice and straight so we're not leaning forwards or back. That's good, so we're nicely stretching out that side. Going to do a few more, and we'll extend the movement all the way around into our windmill. So this time, let's take it round in front, back up, change direction. Soften your knees if you need to. If you need to protect that lower back and your hamstrings, or keep the legs straighter for a deeper stretch. If you can touch the floor as you sweep through, amazing. If you're somewhere just past your knees, that's absolutely fine. We work to our own levels. That's it. Good, keeping that sweeping through. Excellent, a few more. And hopefully finding you're now reaching a little bit lower than you were on your first one. Good, one more each way. And we're bringing that back down. Okay, still stood nice and tall with those feet underneath us. Bring our arms up, slight bend in the elbow. We're just going to rotate the shoulders. Keep your head and your hips forwards to begin with. So we're still looking forwards. We're just rotating that upper back, our hips stay forwards. That's good. And now let your head follows the hands. We start to look around. And release your heel. So you should be able to look all the way behind as we just rotate that round us. That's good. A few more. Good. One each way. And bring that back to center. Just let your balance come back. Might take a few seconds just to center again. We're going to take your weight onto one leg. I'm just going to bring the arms up. And we're going to rotate the upper body. Oh, lost my balance already. Must be out of practice on this one. If you do really struggle, you can just keep that toe down really lightly on the floor. Good. One more each way. And bring that back. Reset yourself, switch over onto the other leg. So we take that weight onto the other foot, one foot's just off the floor, and same again. That's it, really good. That's it, a couple more. And we're bringing that back down. Excellent. That's good. Reset the balance, get yourself set again. I'm just going to raise that knee. So bringing it up to hip height if we can. If you struggle with your hips or you've had any work done, just raise them a little bit lower. So it's just taking it to a level that you feel comfortable with. That's it. Raising that up. Going to do a few more and then just change it up. Good, so instead of lifting straight, we're going to bring it round in a circle. So we're going to come across and open out. So we're rotating that knee around. So it comes across the centre line first, then goes out wide. That's it. Couple more. And then we're going to reverse it. So this time we go wide and in. You might find that your hips are making a bit of a clicking and grumbling noise. As long as that's not painful, that's okay. We're easing out that joint, helping our mobility. That's it. Good, couple more. Last one each leg. And bringing that back down. Okay, keeping ourselves set then with our feet nicely under hips. Just going to take it into a squat, so just going to bring that down. So get these legs nicely warmed up. So we sit back, that bum sticks out behind, bending those knees to 90 degrees if we can. That's it, a few more. That's it, two more. Last one. Bringing that back up. Going to stay with our squats, but we're taking our feet wider. We're pointing those toes out, so 45 degrees. We're just going to squat that down, and as we push back up, really squeeze with the bum and the inner thighs. Keeping that head and chest up. So we're looking forwards. That's good. Keeping those postural muscles nice and strong. That's good. We'll do a couple more. We're going to change it up. So one more. Okay, this time as we squat down, we're going to pause. We're going to calf raise. Down, back up. So we squat, go to our toes, back up, down, calves, up. If you do struggle with that, stick with the basic movement. That's good. Let's keep that going. Try to keep that head up if we can. Good, two more. Last one. And bring that up, well done. Okay, let's take it to the end of your mat if you're not already. We're going to roll ourselves down. So feet under hips, hands high, dive that down. Down towards those feet, slowly unroll, stack those vertebrae, bringing it up. That's it. If you need to soften those knees as we go down, not a problem. We can take that down, soften those knees, protecting those hamstrings, that lower back. Good for that deeper stretch. Keep the legs straighter. That's it. Couple more. Good. This time stay at the bottom. So taking that down, letting it hang. Heavy arms, heavy head. And then sweep around those toes. That's good. Couple more. And unroll that up. Let some of that blood come back down out of the head into the body. We'll do that once more. Rolling that down, let it hang and then sweep. One more. And then unrolling that up. Let that blood come back down again. This time we come down, we put hands on the mat. Put our hands down, we're walking it out. Gonna pause in that straight arm plank. We're holding here. Keep breathing. And then lower to our knees, sit back on your heels. Stretch it out in that child's pose. And bring it back up. Excellent, well done. Okay, so we're going to start down on the mat in our kneeling box position. So we're going to start with your basic Superman. So that's one arm extends forwards, opposite leg extends back. So we get that long straight line. Try not to get the leg too high or the arm too high. You want to be as long and straight as you can. Shoulders and hips level, back nice and straight. So when we're ready, into that kneeling box, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. And we're going to extend, so we're just going to take that out, back in. Aiming to keep those hips and shoulders as level as we can. That's it. Keeping that going. Nice and steady. Remember, picture that tea tray resting on the back. Want to keep it nice and level so we're not tipping it off, not spilling those drinks. That's it, keeping that going nice and steady. A few more times. Good, one more each side. And bring it in. Give yourself a little breather. Take that pressure off the wrists. Okay, so this time, we're going to start with the same position. We're going to extend out into our Superman. Once we're extended, the leg at the back, we're going to tap wide and then across to the other side and tap. And we're going to keep doing that tap side to side a few times, bring it back in, swap to the other leg. So I'll just show that one. So in your start position, we're going to extend. We're going to tap wide, we're going to tap across the other side. Arm stays still, rest of the body stays still, just that leg tapping side to side. Long straight leg. That's it, two more. And bring it in, change legs. So we extend, we tap. That's it. So keeping nice and still. Everything apart from that one leg that's tapping side to side. That's good. One more. And bring it in. Back to the first side for one more set. So let's extend and tap. That's it. Nice and steady. Good. 4 more. Bring that in, change sides. Last set. Extend and tap. Really good, keeping that going. Few more. That's good, one more each way. And bring that in, excellent, well done. Okay, we're going to stay in that kneeling box and we're going to thread the needle. So, as we rest in that position, we take one hand that reaches through, bend the supporting arms, we reach through, rotate up towards the ceiling. So when we're in position, working one side at a time. So when we're ready, take that hand away, we reach through and up. Eyes follow our hand. That's it. We take that rotation through. That's good, couple more. Last one. And bring that down. Take that pressure off the wrist for a few seconds and then we'll switch to the other side. So when we're ready, back down. Get those hands under the shoulders and let's come through and rotate. That's it, excellent. Few more. That's it, one more time. And bringing that down. Okay, one more exercise on our front. So 2 stages in this one. We're going to start with a really slowed down mountain climber. Then we're going to add a rotation into it. So we go into our straight arm plank position. Then we take one foot forwards towards our hand, back, then the opposite foot towards the other hand. So get yourself in position. We hold and we just bring that foot forward and back. Forward and back. Couple more. And let's take that pressure off, have a little stretch, release the wrists. So we're going to do that once more. This time, as we step forward, the hand next to your foot releases and we rotate, look up to the ceiling. So, in position, feet back. We step forwards, we rotate, back and back. good. Excellent. One more each side. And stretch that out. Really good. Okay, we're going to go onto our sides now. So I want you laid out nice and long, resting on that hip bone, arm under the head. So if you do need a rolled up jump or a yoga block between your arm and your head for support, that's absolutely fine. So let's stretch that out. Nice and long, straight line in the body, straight legs. Raise those feet just off the ground if we can. Waist drawn away from the mat. And single leg lift. That's it. Just a steady little lift. We're going to do a few, then we're going to change it up. Similar to what we did with your Superman, where we tapped side to side, we're going to tap it in front and behind. So when we're ready, we're going to tap in front, tap behind. So tap and tap. So we're bringing that leg round in a semicircle. Just lifting, it's going over, tapping behind, it's going over, tapping in front. Keeping those muscles round the hips nice and strong. All our supporting muscles stopping us falling over. That's it, resting on that hip, not falling forwards or back. Got those hips stacked, one on top of the other. Good, one more each way. And resting that down. Okay, keeping your arms and your upper body as they are. Bring those knees up. And we're going to lift feet and knees off the floor if we can. And we'll use that muscle shell or clamshell movement where we open the top knee. Keep our hips stacked. Try not to roll backwards. If you do find that you really roll back, try doing it against a piece of furniture or the wall. Just stops you rolling backwards onto the bum. So we pivot from hip and from your feet. Those feet stay together. We're just using the muscles around the hip to lift and rotate that top leg. That's it. Couple more. And resting that down. Let's keep our knees where they are. Bring the arm out at 90 degrees to the body. Other hand on top. So we're going to open the door, but we're going to do the half and half movement. So we're going to open, going over, return by drawing that semicircle round the head. So we lift over to open, draw round the head to come back. Eyes follow your hand, draw that around. That's good. It's a lovely stretch out and open up, especially on a morning. If you do find your back's quite stiff, first thing when you get out of bed, that's a really good one to loosen you out. Good, one more. And bringing that around, well done. Okay, we're going to take it over onto our other side, so roll over or spin round. Let's stretch out nice and long and straight, starting with that leg lift and then tap. So in position, feet off the floor if you can, waist drawn away from the mat if you can. And let's raise that top leg. Good, couple more. And down. This time we're going to do that tap. So we're going to lift and tap. So we're tapping in front and behind. Still resting just on that hip bone. That's it, excellent. Really good. That's it, a few more. Good, one more. And bringing that down. Okay, so bring those knees up, hands stay where they are. Resting on that hip, lift feet and knees off the ground if you can. If you do need to keep rested, that's absolutely fine. Do the same exercise from there. But if you can lift them, do that. And we lift and rotate that top knee. Excellent. Nice and steady. That's good, a couple more times. And bring that down, rest those knees down. Bring that arm out to 90 degrees, hand on top. And let's open the door. So we open that up, sweep that hand around, and then open it. Eyes follow your hand. That's good, a few more times. That's good. Two more. Last one. And bring that back down, well done. Okay, last few exercises then, we're going over onto our back. So we're going to lay back with our knees bent to begin with. So that's it, laying that back, bending those knees up, laid back on the mat. Point your hands to the ceiling. We're going to start just with a basic leg slide. So we extend one leg forwards, bring it back in. So that foot either skims along the mat or a centimetre off the ground. So just a fraction off. We're not lifting it high in the air. That's it. Now let's drop the opposite arm back behind our head. That's good. So we can breathe in as we go out, breathe out as we bring it back in. That's it. Breathe it in, breathe out. Making sure that arch at the bottom of your back doesn't extend, doesn't start to exaggerate. If it does, just try and gauge that core a little bit more. That'll help tilt the pelvis back to the right position. Keeps us nicely set on the mat. That's it, couple more times. That's it, last one. And bring that in, good. Okay, so we're going to stay laying back. I want you to take one leg and point it up towards the ceiling if we can. If you can't get your leg that high, wherever it'll point to, if that's diagonally to the corner, but point our leg up. You may want to put your hands slightly wider, a slight V shape, and we're going to draw a big circle with our foot. So we're taking it round in a big wide circle. Make sure we keep our hips and our shoulders down on the floor. Let's change direction. Same leg, but going the opposite way. Keeping those hips and shoulders flat on the mat. Good, one more. And bring that in. Okay, take a few seconds, then we'll switch to the other leg, so make sure that back's nicely set on the mat. Take that leg high, draw that circle. Doesn't matter which way you go first, because we're going to do both. So if you're going the opposite way to me, doesn't matter. That's good. That's it, change direction. That's it. Really good, two more. And bringing that in, well done. Okay, sitting yourselves up now. So bring it up to that seated position, knees bent, back nice and tall. Bring our hands forwards, we're just going to take that back, roll back. Bring it forwards. So nice and steady. Making sure we go for that C shape in our spine as we curl back. Curling in, rolling up to straight. So we don't need to overextend and reach too far forwards, just so we're nice and tall and straight. That's it, a few more times. We're going to change it up. So as we roll back, we're going to take our arm out wide. So we're going to sweep that wide. And in. Other side. Really good. Keeping that going. So as we sweep wide, we look to that hand. Excellent. So we're going to do one more to each side. And bring that in. Okay, last little bit. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your feet in close to the body. Wrap your hands around your knees. And we're going to have a little bit of fun to finish. We're going to rock ourselves back and catch our balance on our bum without our feet touching the floor. Let's go. Sit that up and balance. Can we keep those knees in close to the body? Catch that balance. That's it, couple more. One more. And hold it there, well done. Okay, slowly back up to our feet. So we're standing nice and tall. Start with our stretch out then, so take one foot back, feet on the floor, feet parallel. That's just stretching out that calf, hands together, reach forwards, let that head drop. And change. Take the other foot back, give that calf a good stretch. This time hands go in the small of the back, chest forward, shoulder blades together. Okay, standing that back up. Let's pick up one foot. Give that thigh a nice stretch. And then let that foot come forwards, bend the back knee, stretching out that hamstring. Now raise that foot and curl your big toe towards your shin. Should feel that stretch tighten and just travel down the back of your leg a little bit. And change, stand that back up, pick up the other foot. Stretching out the opposite thigh. And then let that foot go, let it come forwards, bending the back leg, sitting down into it. And after a few seconds, we're going to raise that foot, curl that big toe in towards the shin. Okay, good, and release there. Now we take a step out diagonally. We're going to bend the front knee. So back foot is straight, front foot's pointing out diagonally, stretching out that inner thigh. Now bring that back in, step diagonally out the other way, taking that stretch out. That's good. And bring that back in. Feet just over shoulder width apart. And let's squat that down. Bring that up nice and high. One last time. This one takes us to the toes. Reach for the sky for 3, 2, 1. And relax there. Well done, everybody.